Down payment, credit score, bad developers and agents.
How much can you loan? Can the rental cover your monthly installments?
How to buy a property just like your rich uncles and aunties.
Deciding to buy a property is a scary yet exciting experience. So imagine taking up a 30 years loan and wondering if it's the right choice for you to purchase your first ever investment property. It could be a difficult choice. So the only suggestion from us is that the more knowledge and information you have, the clearer you are to know what's best for you.
Yep, in this video, we will guide you through how to purchase your first investment property, what should you look out for, and maybe how can you minimize your risk before stepping into this property investment. What's up everybody, welcome to VC where we talk about real estate, business and mindset. My name is Vincent.
And I'm Chloe. So before we start the video, knowing your intention is the very important part. So although buying a property for your own stay sounds like it's an investment too, but it doesn't make it as an asset but a liability according to Robert Kiyosaki, as you're paying for your monthly installments for your own stay yet not generating any income sources at all.
Yep, there are two ways of investment that you can achieve in real estate. The first one will be capital appreciation, which is buy and wait until the price goes up, then you sell it afterwards. Without selling it, you are not even able to get any profit from it.
Yep, secondly is rental yield investment. Rental property means that the property is able to generate you cash flow every single month as the rental profit deduct the monthly installment. That's the positive cash flow for you.
Yep, now after you understood your intention of buying, the first thing that you should consider is affordability. Purchasing a property is a long-term commitment. It can go up to 35 years for your loan payment, so make sure that you aren't taking 90% of your income to pay off your monthly installment. It's going to be very, very risky for your finances. This is why debt service ratio is commonly used by mortgage banks to understand your financial situation between your income and your debt ratio.
As a standard, if your salary is over $3,500, you're able to use up 70% of your income for your new mortgage loan. And if your salary is under $3,500, you'll be only able to use 40% or 50% of your income to apply for your mortgage loan.
Yep, the existence of DSR is to make sure that you aren't taking up a loan that you aren't able to pay off and jeopardize your finances in the long run. Imagine your income is 4,000 ringgit and you're purchasing a property that costs you 3,700 per month, and you'll be left with 300 ringgit for your monthly expenses, which is very, very risky for you and the bank as well.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, if you aren't able to pay for the bank's monthly installments, your mortgage bank has the right to increase your interest rates or even worse, foreclose your property to auction to clear out the balance. Technically means for selling up. Now, after figuring out your affordability, the next thing that you need to do is make sure that you have a good credit score. So credit score is a trust meter for an individual based on the CCRIS report.
Yep, so CCRIS is short for the Central Credit Reference Information System created by Bank Negara Malaysia Credit Bureau, which records your personal credit rating based on your outstanding loan or financing amounts in the past 12 months. To cut it short, banks will use this to determine whether or not you have a good credit rating. Basically, an estimation by banks if you are able to make the monthly loan repayment on time. Keeping your CCRIS clean essentially means that making sure that you pay off your loan repayment on time and right amount, such as your car loan, personal loans, credit card, and even PPN.
Yeah. The easiest way to have a good credit score after you've gotten your first job is to get a credit card. It's not for you to buy fancy iPhone or maybe ball out a 460 ringgit burger meal or maybe 10 new PS5 games, but it's for you to start building your credit score. This is because a person with zero credit history also means that zero credibility. Banks do not know how much they can trust you as you don't have any financial records to show your worthiness on paying debt on time.
Yep, on the flip side, if you have any debts, please do make sure that you pay it punctually so you won't have a bad credit scoring before applying for your loan.
Yes, exactly. So before you start hunting for a good deal in the market, make sure you have your upfront capital ready. For first-time home buyers in Malaysia, banks are usually able to provide a mortgage loan of up to 90% for residential properties and 85% for commercial properties.
This means that the balance down payment will be 10% of the purchase price if you are buying residential property and 15% for commercial property. For example, a property worth 500,000, you'll need to prepare 50,000 down payment for residential property or 75,000 for commercial property.
Wait a minute. Don't ever forget that not only down payment is needed, but also additional costs such as legal fees, your stamp duty, and memorandum of transfer that may cost you up to 8% depending on your property price. Here's a chart of the down payment comparison between residential and commercial for you to take note of.
Yep, you thought that was it, don't you? There are other fees such as renovation fees, furnishing, or even mortgage insurance. So do make sure that you have your upfront costs ready before looking for any property.
After all of that main boring and important stuff that we've mentioned just now, affordability, credit score, and upfront capital, now you may start hunting for your investment property that you favor, whether it is to flip or keep.
Yep, flipping property as part of your investment strategy is to buy at the lowest price as possible, then sell it when it rises in value in the long term while earning the capital gain, as we call it the capital appreciation investing. Take note that if you're selling your property under 5 years of ownership, you'll be charged with the real property gain tax according to this chart.
Meanwhile, keeping property is to purchase a property that can generate you over 4% per annum from rental profit, as we'll call it rental yield investing. Generally, land properties will have a higher capital appreciation because it takes up land for itself, and also land is limited, which makes it more valuable compared to high-rise properties. Yet, high-rise may provide a higher rental yield as it's mainly located at a much developed area for convenience, which most of the tenants favor as it is their first priority of rental concerns.
Yep, after you have decided your investment strategy, the first thing that you need to dive in deeper is the location. Location is super important when it comes to choosing a property investment. Where there is a demand, there will be a supply. So try to choose a location that requires supply, for example, places that near school, near work areas, or many other more. As much as the older days, any property would go up in price, but now because of modernization is growing from the city center, property prices at the city center are way more expensive and price go up even quicker. What makes a good location, you may ask? So here are the two main criteria to justify a good location.
First, accessible infrastructures. Does it provide easy access to highways, MRT, or any other public transportations? Studies show that home value increases drastically when the property is connected to a bigger city road system. It makes it getting home easier. So LRT, MRT have provided a ton of convenience not only to working class folks, but it also provides flexibility to choose whether to catch a train or maybe drive.
Yep, other than that, property near the LRT or MRT usually go up in value, also the rental rates too. For example, we have seen property that near MRT or LRT station increase in price significantly due to the demand, and rental demand is very high as well, especially when the property just within walking distance to LRT or MRT. Whether you buy for flip or keep, there must be a reason why your future buyer or even tenants to feel confident and convenient to consider your property as the buying and renting option.
The second important factor in a good location is the surrounding amenities. Amenities play a major role in properties such as park, your shopping mall, your grocery stores, various eateries, shopping faculties, and many more. It actually contributes to the pleasure and enjoyment of your occupants by enhancing the quality of social infrastructures and the well-being of the residents. Hence the desirability of demand in the township itself, where the infrastructure is well developed. When there is commercial activities in that area, the population will grow and lead to the increase in demand of the property in that area.
Yep, imagine living 20 minutes away from your local grocery store. It will be very extremely frustrated to stay in that location, right? Like if you're going to buy an egg and then you have to drive 20 minutes to buy it and then you come back. So it's going to be a bad idea for you, your future buyers, and also tenants. Also imagine that if there isn't any recreational space to exercise after a long day at work, living like a robot. Facts. Nope. So escalating stress level involved in your professional life, along with the inconvenience of traveling, this is where amenities in residential projects should feel more like a home than just a place for you to live after a long day at work, like a hotel, where you can enjoy and relieve your stress in the best way possible.
When you invest into property, try to imagine if you are the future buyer or tenants. Would you consider buying or renting this property for your own convenience? Again, where there is demand, a good supply of property will bring up the value and easier for you to rent out your property. Now, there are two types of property you should look out for: residential and commercial. As we've mentioned before, that the down payment of residential and commercial properties are different. Residential residential properties such as terrace house, apartments, condominiums that are designed for a longer stay, while commercial properties include short-term rentals, stay homes, offices, retail, and even factories.
Yep, each type of property comes with different potential returns, and commercial usually has a higher return compared to residential property, but it comes with a higher risk as well. If you are new into property investment, we will highly encourage you to invest into residential property first, as you will learn along the way in your investment journey. Then you can move into a commercial property that provides a higher risk and higher reward investment.
But in our opinion, we highly suggest to follow the monopoly rule in property investment, where you first buy several residential properties along with growing your experience in property investment, then only going into commercial investments, then industrial. As commercial properties are not protected by the Housing Development Acts, the government would consider you as mature in terms of buying properties.
Yep, after you have sorted out your investment strategy and type of property to go for, the next thing is book down your favorite property that provides a good potential return for you. Place a booking for the asking booking fee from the developer, maybe 500 ringgit, 3000 ringgit, or maybe 3% booking fee from the subside property. So if you are buying a subside property, once the lot of location is approved, you will have to pay the remaining sum to the developer or the owner from the difference of the mortgage loan and the booking fee you paid.
The next thing that you have to do is pay the sales and purchase agreement, loan agreements, legal fees, and stamp duty, which is around this figure for a property that is worth 500,000. Memorandum of transfer will not be paid upfront if you're purchasing an under construction property. It's only required after the title is transferred. So sometimes developer might offer some promotional on legal fees or maybe stamp duty, so your overall upfront cost may be reduced compared to purchasing a subside property.
Yep, finally you completed the process.
Yay!
Yep, so you thought that was it, right?
Seriously, again? Seriously?
Nope. Well, once the property is ready, you will have to ready for renovation fee. So that's going to cost a bit. So it's really depending on the size of the unit, whether it is a studio unit or even a 3-bedroom unit, price may vary. So fully furnished may brings you a higher rental compared to an unfurnished property. Different location requires different kind of level of furnishing as well. So for example, Sunway City is mainly focused on students, as there are up to 5 educational faculties around here, which means that you're targeting students as your tenant. You may just need a basic furniture fittings as most of the students,
they move in, they don't have the furniture ready.
Yep, so probably you're gonna just ready for around like 20,000 of renovation fee to get your unit livable, as long as everything working well.
Yep, if your target market doesn't necessarily require those kind of needs, maybe partially furnished would be enough, as they might have their own furniture to move in. If you want to know more about the difference between furnished or non-furnished, we made a video about that and it's in the description down there. Nevertheless, if you're targeting working class people, they might appreciate more lifestyle and convenience, so it might require you to spend a little bit more money on the furnishing to be competitive with other units beside you.
Yep, have you learned anything from this video so far? If you did, please help us click the like below and even subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of video in this channel. So voila, finally you're done. You've been waiting for this, right? You're done. Congrats to you on acquiring your first ever investment property.
Running the entire process of purchasing a property is a hassle. You might have to spend additional time out from your day off to go to property hunting and research for a good property one by one, compare each and another. That's why we are here to assist you on your property journey.
Yep, we are licensed real estate negotiator and help a lot of first-time investors to kickstart their investment journey. If you want to know more what kind of good deals in market, do contact us at VCestate.co/contact in the description below, and we will do our best to ease your investment journey.
If you want to know more about residential versus commercial, furnished or unfurnished, how to choose a project development, and many other property related videos, check out the video right here, and it's all linked down in the description box down below.
Yep,
and we will see you on the other side.
Ciao!